a retirement income strategy, you can't run it on a calculator or on a spreadsheet because it's the sequence of returns is what really matters once you start pulling the dollars out. Hey, Joe, Big Al, Andy, I'm taking a break from driving my great handling 2022 Honda CR-V hybrid to cuddle up with my cockapoo, and Matty Poo. What other kind of poo? Multi-poo, thank you.
We have a Cavapoo.
You got a cockapoo?
Cava.
Got it.
Cavalier Poodle.
Well, sipping on a little sweet
Moscato.
Moscato. What is Moscato wine?
It is a sweet white or pink wine with a low alcohol content that pairs exquisitely with desserts and spicy food.
Moscato wine.
There you go.
All right. To write you a little spitball analysis, request from my Midwest screen porch. Oh, you got a little screen porch. We own two other 2013 vehicles, a Mazda CR-5 crossover and a Honda Odyssey minivan. All right. Nice little group of automobiles there.
Yes.
And this is D.
Yeah.
During the summer of 2024, I was turning 56 before the end of the year. My husband of 33 years will be 56 years old. I grossed $25,000 working part-time. We applied the net of his 15 to 20% annual bonus on his $170,000 gross annual salary to college funds for our two kids who are still in the nest. His last 5 years of bonuses before retiring at 65 will be used for travel, home maintenance, Roth conversions during the years before we turn on our Social Security. Our goal is to leave inheritance to our three kids in after-tax accounts in the home held in trust to provide a stepped-up in cost basis. Wow, look at all the terms, the financial terms, Al.
It's
like,
impressive.
These just thrown at us here. All right, our only debt is a 3% 30-year mortgage, which will never pay off. We are hoping to retire at the end of 2033, the year we both turn 65. I intend to start Social Security at age 67, then take half my husband's FRA when he begins collecting Social Security, the year we both turn 70. In our spitball analysis, we presume that I'll keep working part-time until at least age 60, and he'll keep working full-time until 65. Assuming no life events or health issues interfere with that plan. My husband's pay increases 3 to 5% a year. He saves 15% in his Roth 401k, and his employer matches 8% into the pre-tax 401k. He has no pension. A projected home equity at this time will be $600 to $675, which will be used to buy a home or a condo outright at a lower cost area. Our current home equity is $280,000. We have 6 months of expenses in a high yield savings account and several sinking fund accounts for cars, vacations, home repairs, vet care, etc. We are seeding with my pay through 2025. They are $95,000 in total. Beginning 2026, my pay will all go into an after-tax brokerage account. Pre-tax retirement accounts currently total $535,000. Post-tax retirement accounts are $267,000. Those are our assumptions. We are projecting growth on all accounts at 7% until age 65, and then at 5% after 65. I will have a small public pension of about $325 a month beginning at 65. At the age 65, we estimate we will be in the 25% federal tax bracket or lower, expecting tax rates will increase in the future. Our current $7,300 a month budget will remain essentially the same till 65. Wow, this is a long question.
Oh, it keeps going.
What are we doing here, D?
This is a good thing to give to your financial planner.
Oh, my God.
Plug into the system.
I've totally lost track of everything she just told us.
I got you covered.
All right. The elimination of the 1523 mortgage and having the kids out of the house will be offset by greater health care costs as we you're just telling us the assumptions. Ask me questions. We are projecting these account totals when we retire 65 with growth in contributions. Post-tax accounts or pre-taxes 1.2 million, post-tax 800,000. Brokerage account will be a minimum of 100,000, possibly 250 if I work until 65. The emergency fund will have grown to 60,000. What do you think of our plan for income? These projections are net of Medicare premiums and income tax. Okay. For 2 years after age 65, draw $120,000 a year from pre-tax accounts, reducing the balance to $1 million at 5% interest. Well, first, you can't do things like this. Uh,
I think when you come up with an income strategy, you got to wait till you get there, right? Because things are going to be a lot different than you figure. I mean, right now at 56, you want to make sure you have enough to retire. Then you look at the situation of what you end up having, what your current expenses are, what your health is, right? What your goals are. And at that point, you can devise the best strategy, trying to have as much as possible in a Roth IRA at that time.
Yeah, all right. So they need $120,000 a year. So at 65, $120,000 a year from pre-tax accounts. And then at age 67, we turn on our Social Security of $844 a month and draw $115,000 from pre-tax accounts for 3 years. At age 70, bringing the balance down to $727. At age 70, we will turn on my husband's Social Security and increase mine to half of his FRA benefits for a combined net $4,350 after taxes and healthcare premiums. For the next 9 to 11 years until about age 80, we'll draw down $66,000 to $70,000 per year pre-tax accounts until they are zero. At age 80, our untouched post-tax accounts will have grown to 827 to 1.6 million or greater over the 15 years. Paired with our Social Security benefits, these funds will support us for the remaining of our lives. What's your spitball take on our projections? Oh boy. I mean, she's got this thing dialed in.
Yeah, she's already done the calculation. I'll give you my spitball, Joe. So I took a look at current spending, which works out to be $7,300 a month or $88,000 a year. And then I looked at a 3% inflation rate 9 years from now. That's 115. She got 120. So we'll just go with her 120.
Okay, 120 at age 67
65.
or 65. Okay,
Mhm.
she stopped her part-time job.
Yeah.
Her hubby is done with work, so they need to draw 120 from the overall portfolio.
Yeah, they'll have about 2 million according to their calculations, based upon how much they're saving and what they currently have. And the fixed income, when husband starts collecting Social Security, hers, his, and the small pension will be $5,500 a month. So call it 66 grand a year. Okay, so let's just we'll round it to 70. So they need 120. They got 70. They're 50 short. They got $2 million. Looks good. So that's my quick spitball. In terms of how you take those dollars, it completely depends upon what your tax brackets are at the time, which we can't possibly even know what they are 2 years from now, let alone 9 years or 15 years or 20 years from now. So right now, the goal is to save, which you are, which is great. It looks like to me, you'll have enough to do what you want to do, which is great. How you distribute those is going to be contingent upon all the things I just talked about.
Well, a retirement income strategy, you can't run it on a calculator or on a spreadsheet because it's the sequence of returns is what's really matters once you start pulling the dollars out. So you're saying, hey, I'm going to pull $120,000 out of my pre-tax accounts and I'm going to let my after-tax accounts grow. Is that the right strategy? And at 5% to pulling $120,000, I mean, you're assuming that you're going to get that certain rate of return each and every year. That will never happen unless you have a 5% fixed rate CD. And who knows what interest rates are going to be by the time you turn 65. If you plan on a 5% annual growth rate, some years you're going to get 12, some years you're going to get 1 or negative. Right. So it's that sequence of returns. And as you're pulling that $120,000 out, right, if you have negative years for a couple of years, you know, that money's going to burn out a lot quicker. If you have positive years, then that money's going to continue to grow. So you have to look at it year by year and you have to have a strategy from a high level to say, hey, from a 30,000-foot view, are you on track for retirement? The answer is yes, you are definitely on track. You're saving a good amount of money. You spend within your means. You want to give a legacy. So you're dialed in on your goals. You're already mapping this stuff out. So you are like in the 1 percentile of the entire world that is planning for retirement, and you're doing a hell of a job on your own. So congratulations there. The only thing is, it's like once you get to retirement, you have to switch your strategy. It's a totally different ballgame. You can't run it on spreadsheets because it's going to, who knows what happens, as Al says, with tax rates. Does it make sense to pull your after-tax accounts and then convert? Right? Or do you do a little bit of a combination depending on where tax rates are? What's going to happen with Social Security and so on and so forth? So from a high level, like I said, I think you're on track. You're doing a great job. And I think I'm going to just send you some spitballs here moving forward. So thanks, Steve.